Okay, buckle up, everybody, because this AI news cycle kind of feels like a runaway train, you know?
Yeah.
We've been digging through Reddit, Twitter, Discord, all the AI Daily News Digest stuff.
A lot of chatter.
Seriously. And it's not just one big thing. It's like a million little
It's a
things.
simmering pot.
Exactly. So, are you ready for the rapid-fire version?
Let's do it.
Okay. First up, tools you can actually use. Like right now, remember how I was whining about not being able to run these monster AI models on my poor little laptop?
I do recall your struggles.
Well, there's this thing called Umbrella, and it lets you run them on a gaming PC.
Interesting. It's using some clever tricks, actually. Parameter offloading, quantization, breaks the model into smaller pieces that can be processed even on less powerful hardware.
So basically, I have no more excuses. Time to play with the big boys, but hold on, there's more. Kokoro.js, have you seen this?
I have run AI models right in your browser.
No servers, no downloads, nothing. It's crazy.
Quite a development for accessibility. Imagine, anyone can tinker with AI models without needing specialized hardware or cloud services.
Exactly. It's like AI is becoming something everyone can use. But okay, things are about to get a little less fun. Remember, Stability AI, the Stable Diffusion people.
Yes, leading innovators in image generation.
Well, guess what? They got hacked.
Again.
Again. Someone took over their Twitter and tried to scam people with a fake token launch.
This underscores an important point. We see a lot of hype around AI. Scammers know this. They target people who might not fully understand the technology.
It's a good reminder to be careful, right? Do your research before jumping into anything AI related.
Absolutely. Critical thinking is crucial in this landscape.
Okay, speaking of strong opinions, let's talk about the AI coding assistant wars. Codium, Copilot, Cursor. People are going crazy arguing over which one is best.
Each has its proponents, of course. These tools are incredibly sophisticated, promising to revolutionize coding.
But every tool seems to have its own little quirks.
And limitations.
I was reading these Reddit threads and people were going back and forth. One minute they're praising something, the next they're ranting. Someone was raving about Codium's autocomplete, then someone else is complaining about Cursor's performance issues, even after they got that massive $105 million investment.
It's understandable that developers are passionate about their tools. After all, these tools have the potential to drastically change their workflow.
So when a tool doesn't live up to the hype, especially after a big investment like that, people get frustrated.
It highlights the importance of managing expectations and, of course, understanding the strengths and weaknesses of each tool.
Okay, deep breath. So we've got game-changing tools, security scares, coding assistant drama. Now we're going philosophical. Ready?
I am intrigued.
How do we build truly smarter AI? That's the question. Is it just about throwing more compute power at the problem?
Ah, the age-old debate.
Right, like bigger isn't always better. Have you seen this paper, Bohr's Law?
I have. An interesting proposition.
It argues that intelligence scales with constraints, not just compute power.
A thought-provoking idea. Perhaps, just like human creativity often flourishes within boundaries, constraining AI could lead to more significant advancements.
Hold on, so you're saying limitations could be the key to unlocking AI's true potential?
It challenges the prevailing view of AI development. Instead of focusing solely on building bigger models, perhaps we should be exploring how to create systems that learn within carefully designed constraints.
Okay, that's fascinating. But can you give me a concrete example of how this would work?
Imagine you're teaching a child to paint. If you give them unlimited colors and no guidance, the result might be chaotic. But if you provide a limited palette and some basic rules about composition, you might be surprised by their creativity.
I see. It's about guiding AI's power. But speaking of power, you hear about this OpenAI researcher.
The one who claims to have an AI learning on its own in an unhackable box? Yes.
Whoa, right. So what are we thinking? Potential benefits or straight-up Terminator scenario?
It's far too early to tell. Self-learning AI has vast potential benefits, but the risks are significant. Control, unintended consequences. It's vital to have robust safety measures and ethical considerations.
Okay, so to recap, powerful tools, security risks, a philosophical debate about intelligence, and potentially a self-learning AI. It's a lot.
The pace of progress is undeniable, and with it, the need for thoughtful discussion.
It's like we're on a roller coaster and it's just picking up speed.
So before we went philosophical there, we were talking about these amazing new AI tools. But now let's talk about AI teamwork. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, multi-agent systems. Like imagine a whole bunch of AI specialists all working together. Sounds kind of sci-fi, right?
It's more reality than fiction. We're actually seeing some real progress with something called MCP, Model Context Protocol.
MCP. Okay, I'm listening. Tell me why I should care.
So think of it this way. You've got all these different AI agents, each with its own specialty. Like maybe one is a data and analysis whiz, another is amazing at language, and another one, total strategic genius. MCP is what lets them all talk to each other and work together.
Whoa. So instead of each AI doing its own thing, they can actually share knowledge and solve problems as a team.
Exactly. And that's powerful.
Okay, I'm seeing the potential here. It's like next level teamwork. But okay, let's switch gears again because there's this other thing that I'm super excited about. New memory architecture for AI.
Ah, yes. Neural long-term memory. Big buzz around this one.
All right, hit me with it. What's so special about this new memory thing?
Well, think about our own brains for a second. We've got short-term memory and long-term memory. Current AI models, mostly short-term, like trying to remember a phone number without writing it
I'm
down.
terrible with that.
Neural long-term memory. It gives AI the separate memory bank where it can store and retrieve information over much longer periods.
I like AI got a memory upgrade.
You could say that. It's going to have a huge impact. Imagine AI assistants that remember every conversation you've ever had. Or AI writers that can create these super complex stories with multiple chapters and characters.
Okay, that's kind of blowing my mind. But I'm guessing there are some challenges here too. Nothing's ever easy.
Of course. One of the biggest is efficiency. Storing and retrieving all that info from a long-term memory bank, especially as it gets bigger and bigger, that takes a lot of processing power.
Yeah.
Researchers are working on new algorithms and hardware that can handle it without slowing everything down.
So it's a balancing act between capacity and speed.
Right. And then there's the issue of making sure that what's stored in this long-term memory is actually accurate and relevant. We don't want AI remembering every single detail, just the important stuff.
Makes sense. Like our own brains, we filter out all the junk. But it sounds like this neural long-term memory could be a real game changer.
It has the potential to revolutionize AI development. But again, this field is constantly evolving. What's revolutionary today could be old news tomorrow.
That's so true. Which brings us to, well, there's this buzz going around about a brand new AI architecture. Some people are saying it could be even better than transformers.
You're referring to the recent analysis by Yannick Kilcher, perhaps about Gemini 1.5. There's been quite a lot of speculation.
Yes, I saw that all over my AI Daily News Digest. People are calling it a transformer killer. What do we actually know about this mysterious new thing?
Details are still scarce, but from Kilcher's analysis, it seems to address some limitations of transformers, particularly when it comes to handling very long sequences of information.
So is this like that neural long-term memory concept, but even more powerful?
Potentially, yes. But we'll need more information before we can draw any firm conclusions. But the excitement around this new architecture really just underscores how quickly the field is moving. There's always something new coming up.
That's what keeps it so interesting. It feels like we're on the verge of some really big changes. But let's take a step back for a second. What does all of this mean for the average person?
The key takeaway is this. AI is becoming more and more a part of our everyday lives. And it's going to have a bigger impact going forward. From the tools we use to the decisions we make, AI is everywhere.
So it's not just robots and self-driving cars anymore. AI is becoming part of the fabric of our lives.
Exactly. And as these technologies keep getting better and better, it's so important that we stay informed. We need to understand both the benefits and the risks.
So we need to be informed, we need to be aware, but what can we actually do to get ready for this AI-powered future? It all feels a bit overwhelming.
One of the simplest things you can do is just stay curious. Explore the different types of AI, experiment with the tools that are out there, and be part of the conversation about the ethical questions.
So it's not just about learning how to use AI, it's about understanding the bigger picture.
Yes. It's about being an informed citizen in this new world that's being shaped by AI. We need to be able to ask the difficult questions and be a part of shaping a future where AI benefits all of humanity.
You know, it's crazy to think how fast things are moving. Just a little while ago, I was complaining about not being able to run those huge AI models.
Yeah.
And now we've got Umbrella making it possible even on a gaming PC.
It's remarkable, isn't it? The AI community is incredibly innovative and collaborative. The progress we're seeing is just astounding.
And it's not just about the big breakthroughs. It's also about accessibility. Tools like kokoro.js, letting anyone run AI models right in their browser. That's a big deal.
Absolutely. It's democratizing access to AI in a way we haven't seen before. It's opening up new opportunities for everyone, not just big tech companies.
Right. It's like AI is finally breaking free of the lab and coming to the people. But of course, with all this excitement, we need to remember the other side of the coin.
Of course. There are risks and challenges that come with any new technology, especially one as powerful as AI.
We've talked about some of those, right?
Hmm.
The security concerns, like with the stability AI hack, the ethical questions surrounding AI development,
Mm.
the potential for misuse.
These are important conversations to have. We can't just blindly embrace the technology without thinking about the consequences.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance,
Yeah.
harnessing the power of AI for good, but also being aware of the potential downsides. And that's why education and open dialogue are so important.
I couldn't agree more. We need to increase AI literacy across the board. Not just understanding how to use the tools, but also understanding their broader impact on society.
It's like we need to level up as a society, right?
Mhm.
To be informed citizens in this AI-powered world.
Exactly. We need to be able to ask the tough questions, engage in thoughtful discussions, and ultimately shape the future of AI in a way that benefits everyone.
So where do we go from here? It feels like we're standing at this crossroads. The future is both incredibly exciting and a little bit scary.
The key is to stay curious and to be adaptable. AI is constantly evolving, and our understanding of it needs to evolve along with it.
It's a journey we're all on together, figuring things out as we go, and it's definitely going to be a wild ride. But for now, we're going to wrap up this deep dive into the AI world. Hopefully you learned something new today and maybe got a little bit inspired by all the incredible things happening in this space.
And as always, the most important tool you have is your own critical thinking. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged. That's the best way to navigate this ever-changing landscape.